esempio è bella questa cosa,
Sì.
I have more there, but a bit bigger, but I don't have. Okay, good, but thank you. That's nice. But they are. And the idea was that I separate everything and it's in two parts. But this has been proven a nightmare. I cannot find the c'è troppa confusione. Dobbiamo spostare questo. Ciao, perché sennò non. Ah, sì. Buongiorno. Allora, però qui sentiamo nel distretto. Sì, e qua. Dai tecnici, che così lei può scaricare la sua.
Anche come dice, esatto, certamente non divisione ci scavalca. Sì, ma certo, a me è un piacere.
She will come today. Celia is there. Allora, quella qual
Excel plan. The plan is also very nice. Bene. No, è molto interessante.
Non so mai che fai nella... Abbiamo 4 per la deterrence, nuclear deterrence e 6 di attacco. Quelli per la nuclear deterrence
Ok. Dai, insomma, di giocare.
Io non vi interrompo, avete...
Troppo simpatico.
Chance to stay with you this evening.
Yes.
So, yeah, thank you very much. And congratulations for your devil's hand.
Vai, vai.
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
No pressure.
No, but when you organize meetings, you always have pressure. And then the day after, you are relaxed. So yeah, I'll take a coffee.
La giochiamo e penso che vabbè, facciamo nel...
Noi gioco di alziamo.
Sì. Sorry, yes.
Ma vedi che io in mezzo a te, io mi devo aspettare che ci dice.
No, perché mi metto...
Sì, lo guardo.
La risposta
No, una cosa da fare sono le differenze, può dare
un attimo perché sennò non vieni bene fuori. Grazie.
Grazie a voi.
No, perché tu fai fare una visita per base alla stabilità,
Finiscono l'imbarco su navi della Marina Mercantile, è una bella roba, si fa sia a Genova a
a way to promote gender balance in the maritime professions. And by asking to take a stand, thank you and welcome to all.
For the beauty of the place, but also overall because it is important that right here, the capital's capital, the international and EU institutions also honors us and fills us with pride to make the European blue industry more balanced and sustainable. Focusing mainly on three Del Mare is the owner of women in the blue economy sector in the Mediterranean basin. So let's get ready for the rapid dialogues by European and national public and private stakeholders. I will try to shipbuilding, transport, fishing, pleasure boating, terminal operators, agents and freight for more policy, maritime, road and trade. The Federation is efficient to be a world and every day strengthens the role of the Italian maritime cluster in the context of EU policies for the development of a sustainable blue economy as well as in relation. Well, if we paraphrase a famous phrase from Italian literature, I wonder, blue economy, what is it? Why is it zero? The blue economy is strategic because it reconciles energy transition and competitiveness. The blue economy is not only the sea, such as fishing, agriculture, maritime transport, also tourism, distribution. It also includes activities that exploit the new opportunities offered by the sea, such as renewable marine energy, blue biotechnology, marine observation and surveillance, robotics and informational infrastructure, services and skills necessary to support the development of the blue economy, such as ports, communication networks, area of about 500,000 square kilometers, that is 60% of its land area. We must learn to make the most of the plan that provides for the coordination with all the ministries that are in some way connected with the sea. This plays a significant role. And if I may say, this panel, its approach and drive sustainable growth. With this in mind, the Federation of the Sea is a partner of the win-win even in the blue economy project. As a stakeholder, to promote the real organization, to formulate recommendations for action in the blue economy sector, we set up the Inclusion and Gender Equality Committee, that is chaired by the ESG Committee to further broaden its vision. I conclude by urging everyone to commit and defend the
overlooks the significant contributions of women have made and continue to make. A significant portion of the workforce in coastal and maritime tourism and recreational activities in across sectors and promoting them to decision-making roles. Women in maritime policies were enhanced in unpaid work. The WINBIG project, managed by the European, it addresses the societal, power and institutional inequality opportunities to participate and advance in maritime businesses across the European Union. 7% of those working in EU fisheries are women. In aquaculture, the proportion of women, this is something that the Commission is dedicated to change. We aim for increased participation and representation of women across maritime sectors, women's profiles in formal governance structures, for example, through the EU fisheries local action groups. The European Commission is currently preparing the European Ocean Policies, small-scale fishers and vulnerable coastal communities. Ladies and gentlemen, gender equality is one of our core values.
And for the resilience of our economic system. Another
all sectors of the Navy. Finally, on the role of women in science, research and innovation in the emerging sectors of the blue economy. 350 women served proudly in the ranks of the Italian Coast Guard, representing more than 12% of the cost. Contribution is no longer a possibility, it's a reality, a growing and inspiring one. We are proud. Women are not just part of the team, they lead missions, enforce safety, protect the marine environment, and engage directly with our citizens and community. Our leadership. In particular, an entire panel of one of the upcoming workshops planned for the European Forum, organized in cooperation with the European Maritime Safety Agency, will be dedicated to the so-called amplify this project on an European scale. This aligns perfectly with the spirit of
the document is divided into 16 different sections, encompassing. Now, as we proceed, we know that there are many challenges through our route, and in order to succeed, we need every skill, every innovative mind. So, it must succeed in this, and because basically, I think we need an innovative vision. We need to look at things differently. Competitiveness in contradiction with sustainability, non-negotiable for our future. So, the latter by design in all the initiatives we take. And I'm quite optimistic that gender equality will be a fair reason in the work in this conference. Thank you.
This sector holds enormous potential for growth and employment, yet women remain underrepresented. The statistics project plays a crucial role. Its main objective to create an environment where women can not only access the profession but can thrive to make change. It means training and skill. It's not just a matter of fairness. It's a strategic choice for Europe's competitiveness. Numerous studies show progressive foster.
Planning at the European Commission, and we have to thank the European Commission that we're here today. So very happy. There he is. Hello. Very happy to.
I would love to come. Unfortunately, it was not possible. Let me start by giving a bit of an overview of the equality. The fundamental right and the founding value that is enshrined in the EU law since the 1957 Treaty of Rome. The EU is home to some of the most gender-equal societies in the world, setting a global benchmark for equality.
Develop. So we will present some overview now on the project by University of Aveiro, but really the project is about the 14 partners that it's made of. We are from 9 different countries and across all European sea basins and beyond the traditional sectors where we do have some data and deliver some capacity building tools dedicated to women and to the gap in 3 more emergent sectors: the blue, bioeconomy, biotech, the blue space. Okay, all this data, I must explain this, all this data still needs validation and to be treated all together, but this is just a sneak peek for preparing these graphs for us, so thank you, it's been very useful. Okay, remember I said I would put the QR code again, so please help us and fill in. Another, can you click the play? Yeah, another really good initiative that we made was the Women Champion campaign, and this was a campaign that was...
It has been very, I would say, interesting, because as you know, it has been said by our chairman, we are a traditional, let's say, industrial cluster. We are used to deal, and I do thank all, let's say, men, because we are, it has been said also, it covers the natural opening, Because I was kidding when we were, let's say, taking a photo, behind every woman there is a great woman, there is a man. And we are also very important. The message I would like to pass, there is a way, we say. And we should find a way, because the state is moving that gender equality is the art of the European that diversity and inclusions matter too, and it has been expressed by. So, ladies and gentlemen, one swallow doesn't make a summer. I would say that we don't have to focus too much on active and really to put actions behind all these words. As for reductions, at the moment we have one at every level. In 2019, it has been, let's say, quite a high-level approach. I agree. Sector committed, because it has been clear since the Paris, let's say, agreement. It was that we had some concern about how to achieve it. But that is, but we are already, this afternoon with Paolo Capostrini, that has been also very important, is to facilitate access to finance and resources, because it has been said this.
I must say, it's the perfect time. So long. Thank you very much.
Complimenti, veramente grandi complimenti. Poi io sono appassionato di vela, quindi niente di più bello. Francesco De Anni, sempre di nuovo con rivali.
Fare parlare in maniera inclusiva e lascia anche aperta.
Of course, the chairman is here. I'm going to international relations. You know,
Woman here who won with the women's and Luna Rossa. So very excited for this one. Of the Netherlands-based MF Shipping, and she's been selected. I particularly wanted to say to receive the women in maritime. So congratulations, thank you so much for being here today. And so without further ado, if you could, I know there's.
enjoy your day, and I hope you enjoy the launching.
Amazed because we did it on a full screen, and we also had cameras on top of the vessel where you can actually see the moving. But I really support this project, and of course also EXA, or European Ship Owners, is a big supporter of the project. Or challenging. I grew up in a very traditional city. These days, I mean, at that time it was a tremendous step, but nowadays it's like everybody flies around the world. The founding of the Italian maritime cluster. So 5 years after
that can support international maritime security cooperation while maintaining a proactive approach to protect our and play a crucial role in our lives. Indeed, the underwater represents a new frontier. From a strategic perspective, the underwater environment provides access to important resources, such as rare earth metals. I call them critical underwater infrastructure. The protection of this critical underwater infrastructure is a high priority and requires an inter and collaborates with private partners and governmental entities, as well as underwater robots, into naval and specifically military operations, and also pipelines, dams, and other critical structures. In particular, autonomous underwater vehicles take a holistic approach that includes all relevant stakeholders, such as private civilian partners, industry representatives, research institutions, and academics. emissioni subacquea established. In fact, DAR aims to serve as a common space and to be more effective, especially because technology is advancing at breakneck speed, commonly referred as OPEX. The Italian Navy, starting from this year, has decided to add systems which are mature technology readiness level. The first event will be held in La Spezia, situational awareness. What does it mean, underwater situational awareness? In broader terms, is the ability to integrate information from various sensors, such as naval assets.
And I also tried to do this boulder, but my squad, my school squad didn't let me because it was a girl. Yes, when it was not a lot of wind, so it was easy for a child to get used to it. But then when I started to do you decided you wanted to be a pro sailor at one point? No. My Italian Navy. I did 1 year in Scuola Navale Militare Francesco Morosini in Venice.
Sì.
Energy transition is not only technological but also multilateral public network. And we invest in projects, Western projects, that are aimed at creating sustainable economic growth. We aim at doing. We certainly know what the data are. Volume of goods worldwide are traded and carried by sea. So it's important increasing the economic growth of our countries, our societies. The industry has a limit, and we're very clear about what the limit is. The fact that is we are driving the industry of workforce, and this is one of the limits of the industry. The important objective is to improve the attractiveness of the maritime profession, because it's very, very difficult today to this national strategy encourage also the inclusion of women in the maritime sector by promoting their presence. There are only 6 or 8% of women among all the members. We and we've got since 2020 an advisor for the equality within the school, and now we are a French maritime cluster that built an observatory for. This is for our people in the administration, and this is for all the jobs in France. And the objective is to use a couple of slides on what the UFM is and
are working on women in the blue economy. It's part of it. But there is also specific focus on gender equality and women empowerment. Now, we are trying to follow two main tracks. One where gender equality is the main, which work at three different levels. One is the political level, one is the policy level. We work together with the national government, with the line DG on social affairs and gender equality, but also in the economy.
Sectors that are circular, blue economy, and the biotechnology. First of all, I want to say that you can see in the top right corner of the slide the distribution of the partnership in two associated partners. Then we cover for Brazil's Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, North Sea, and Sea. For any other economic sector should be very, very important, not only for gender related to the related to the gender equality in the blue economy, activities for upgrading skills and technical and related to business level also.
During an event, we are working also with the WIMBIG on the blue economy, and today we are going through my presentation and through our project activities. We are working also to promote the role of women in the ecosystem and on South-South cooperation. So the main priorities of this project is to promote emerging and embryonic plastic lines. We have common point with WIMBIG. We are both promoted through the Westman, because for me blue is a result. Now with the UFN roadmap and ministerial declaration through his actions. So I think we have a common background. We, as you can see, we the project gets together, let's say, the main maritime clusters of the north and south, and Federazione Mare, of course. So I think that this is an added value maybe to start this discussion today, and young people in the local ecosystem and in the Mediterranean Sea basin. So
the sector and the promotion of their famous leadership beyond the North Mediterranean, cluster maritime Tunisia. Cluster maritime Tunisia sees the role and the role of women and the young people and by female leadership and from regional maritime diplomacy, and also to promote the regional active participation in maritime and demonstrating our ability to lead.
So first, impact. With that being said, the second pillar would be connecting across borders. So through community we are also making networking count. So we are creating initiatives, some of which, for example, the business forum that will be set in April in Malta, opportunity, but also in October and November there have been local workshops that have been designed and implemented, for example,
Ti manca?
Questo me ne devi mandare però.
È un video questo.
Lo proviamo.
To start with Chiara Petroni, who's connected remotely, and she's going to talk about
diversi in different sectors, especially into the IoT collaborations with international universities, and more or less, and they have been developing excellent water acoustic models, and of course have a very significant vertical
accelerate the
report where we had Carrozza, President Carrozza and so forth. The third one is the most important, is explaining why Europe is behind, mainly behind to the States. That was a few months ago. Very tough, it is very realistic. A lot of problems from Europe. I mentioned something that I know that we live every day, fragmentation. We are as a part of all processes, in all fields. And then Draghi is very clear. Either you do something now, instead of you. This is a competitiveness compass with the main description of what von der Leyen would like to do in the next talents, people, and I like very much this sentence. Europe must be the place where we are trying.
My family was a big welfare, so they were a ship owner. Ship means a small sailing ship, so with five children. So my grandmother became a maestra, a teacher, so which was something very important for that island. I was saying, I have 3 kids, one daughter and two sons. The smartest is the daughter, of course. That's quality, and the growing, when growing career is what is called a leak, leakage, and so the disparity starts to grow. And the second thing that
I have a role like mine, so my responsibility is in a transition phase that somehow are resulting beyond the paradigm engineers. The key today is competence and new skill such
our approach and inclusivity. So exactly this is why there is already a strong assignment, and also the engine of our maritime clusters alliance that we have seen and listened to them before, of the even Italian blue economy, which is completely led by women's initiative. So for us, ecosystem, because this also provides the opportunity to have.
Technology is helping us to be in many places, so I think there are many blue economy opportunities and things are going to change. We have 5 European countries and 5 non-European countries, and we are aiming to foster sustainable blue economy. What does the economic situation? It's about environment. So for me, I am a researcher actually working on complex systems, where the waste management initiative started from. But a little bit to put you in context, we are talking about different contexts of Europe we are working with. We have a national hub in each of the countries, and the Spanish one, he's the Italian one, and then we have a national hub in each one of the countries.
Second thing is that there has been a great attendance, and I'm very glad about that. But the most interesting thing, in my opinion, is that going through the project that see the women impact includes traditional main sectors like ship transportation rather than shipbuilding and other activities like that. We have gone through, so I think, the great lessons that we have started talking about women empowerment under the surface of the sea. That is something that we are actually now starting to know. Someone think that there will be a lot of developments and a lot of new discoveries in the near future about that, and this is also important.
That men went back, and then they took back the jobs that they had before, and women could not access shipbuilding jobs. Good practices, although going back to your point, Mario, I think within some multinational companies you can see also the difference between what they have in different countries. So I think the road is still long, but I feel very positive
time has come. And I think, you know, in sense of the population, so clearly we are everywhere just like men, and we are part of humankind, and so we can do
a bridge of Poland to celebrate 30 years of history and stories of the professional of the sea, and our chairman was there. And I just wanted to, as it was said this morning, to say that the shipping ladies are
equality, that we wanted to have on board the best examples of what we could do in the other sectors. So this is one of the reasons why we are actually so closely done out there. And the other thing that I would like to say to close is that throughout the day, we started by having these were the decision makers level table, and lots of initiatives, and we had project partners, we had project leaders, we had outside of Europe